Okay, this is a redo or a remake of my most popular video on lube, coming at it from a different angle. It's also going to be full screen, which is going to be better. I apologize to the PC users. This will look much better on your PC, on your monitor. And I just want to make clear, this is more than just changing the format of the video, is that with the game mode takeover of Daisy, I have started to take my videos in a direction that you don't have to rely on Daisy. Game mode Daisy. My gunsmith wants to call it Game mode Daisy now. So there's nothing wrong with the customer reps there, but he just has some concerns about what's going to happen. I'm like Switzerland. I'm trying to be neutral on what's going on there. I'm going to say that, I hope it gets better, but like they say, hope is a great breakfast but a poor dinner. And the thing is, you just want to be ready for whatever happens. And so my last 3 videos, I've been talking about O-rings, and you can get those from the store. I recently had a very savvy older air gunner get on here and put some hard questions to me, and I appreciate that. That's good. And so anyway, so let's get into talking about the O-rings first, then we'll do a review of the oil. Okay, now I have an O-ring video, but again, this is a different format. Now, this is what we have here. These will work in your Daisy. I contacted Danco reps, and they're 70 hardness or 70 duro, meaning they are pliable, they're not too hard, they will work in your gun. Now, I have a friend who knows a thing or two about plumbing. He made it clear that Danco's not going to sell extra hard O-rings for your faucets. I literally, no joke, just fixed, I had them on hand, fixed my hot water in my kitchen and my bathroom with the same ones that go in your Daisy 880, number 11. And they are, there's no problem. And I put those, also upgraded my 77XS, no problem. Now, I just recently redid my trigger disassembly video in full screen, and that one's just dealing with number 7 in your trigger assembly. I'm going to go ahead and do another brand new video on just a clean sweep of 3 seals, and those seals will be in your pump head and then in the back of the pump head. And so real basic. The new one I just did on the trigger covers the number 7 in here. So again, the last 3 videos I've done, even though I'm changing the format, is about getting parts outside of Game mode Daisy. Then I'm going to do one that's really intense about in a situation where that's the only way you can get parts if you're not a wholesaler buyer, if you're not a wholesale buyer, if you're not buying in bulk. So my gunsmith just, he has certain feelings about Game mode. I don't want to start troubles with Game mode. I really hope they take good care of Daisy. But just in case, and besides, the people at Daisy aren't going to be upset if people are taking care of their guns without bothering them. They're pretty busy being part of Game mode now. All right, so let's go ahead and look at this real quick. All right, so here's what we have here. Now that I built a 753, I want to make it clear. These will go in that. It'll go into 953 to 853 and the 753. These are your Grizzly seals. And then for your Daisy 880, the one I have right underneath it, those go on the back and front of your pump head, or pump tube, that is, on your pump head and the back of your pump tube. And that is for your trigger assembly, and I have a brand new video out just covering that, so I broke up my videos a little bit more. So again, that's a lot of guns. Okay, now let's go through all the guns that this kit will fix for 11 bucks, because their guys will sell you just a few of these O-rings for like $20 or $30, and I'm not joking. All right, and homemade seals and all types of crap. So I want you not to get ripped off, but I also want, if I can, to have people thinking of fixing their guns without relying on Game mode Daisy. Not that that can't still happen, but just in case. And besides, some people really like the idea of taking care of it themselves without having to rely on a mail order. And my next video is going to be very intense on how to fully repair your gun without any mail order. Okay, so again, so what guns does this fix? Number 14 fixes their finest guns, which I just built one, a 753. So it fixes the 853, 753, 953. The Grizzly, the 880, Daisy 35, 822, 901. And that goes for that too. Also, the 1910s are new single pumps, really cool. It doesn't have a chamber seal, so that one also takes that one. So there's so many guns that this kit fixes, and fixes them well. They're 70 duro hardness. They will work in your guns, and is excellent. All those guns, that $11 kit fixes, and you have a nice case to keep them in. And again, they are the proper rating for your air guns. 70 duro is very good. Now, let's get back to the oil issue. Okay, I have been talking to guys who are hardcore Crossman. They're Crossman fanatics. They're the pump guys, and they want to use 30 weight. All right, I know Crossman has good oil, but there's a couple reasons why a lot of pump guys want to use 30 weight. Main reason is Desaline. Desaline, if you haven't heard that term before, is a form of basically like starting on fire. It's something like that, and it causes damage. Now, it says non-detergent. You have to use non-detergent. I want to get real close up on that, because if it doesn't say that and you put that in your gun, you will trash otherwise great O-rings like these Dancos. So don't do that. They can't take that type of harsh chemicals. So again, non-detergent, that's what you use, and you put it inside a generic container. Just like this, it works great. And when do you do it? When do you put that in here? Okay. So I would say every few hundred shots, but I would play it by ear. If you haven't shot it in a month or so and it's dry in there on that sponge, then that's what you do. Because it's right there. There's your sponge. Unlike Crosman, Crosman's kind of like best guess. If you want to oil it, their technology is different. With this pad right there, I was taught by a gunsmith that if it's stamped, you leave a B. He jokes he sees videos of these things oozing with oil like a car. That can cause more harm than good. You do not need your daisy oozing with oil. This just needs to be damp, and that's enough to seal in the air. You just don't want it dry. If it's on the dry side, put a drop or two on there. But yeah, so that's that. The daisy's neat because they have that pad, and some other companies don't. Don't get me wrong. I am not bashing Crosman because I like my M4. I'm talking about daisy. So that is neat because if it gets dry, just put some oil on it. If you haven't shot your gun in a month or more, put a little bit of oil on it. No big deal. Don't have your gun oozing with oil, though. That is not necessary, and there's no good science behind that. So anyway, so this is a much faster video than my other one, my original one that got all the hits. People want help, and I'm going to do that. But I felt the need to upgrade my video because of the Game-O takeover and some of the things that are going on. So again, we're going in direction of you doing the Mad Maxing, not making homemade parts or anything like that. My gunsmith hates that stuff. He sees that in the gun shop all the time. That doesn't work. But getting good parts that will work in your gun. The O-rings are obviously the things that many times go out first, and we'll talk about other parts. And also, it's not wrong at all to not rely on Game-O Daisy for your parts. My next most intense video in full screen like this is going to be how to completely repair your gun with no mail order. So hopefully people will be excited about that. I think most guys like to be fix-it guys, and they really like to be as independent as possible. And with the nature of things going on nowadays with people stealing stuff off your deck and mail orders and all that, the thing is, we just want to be able to reliably fix your gun and do it on your own if at all possible. So that's where I stand. That's where I'm going forward with my videos. But again, Danco Treasure Chest. I called it that in one video. I'm calling it that again. All those guns that fixes. 30 weight non-detergent. When your wiper gets dry every few hundred shots, I would just check it and play it by ear. If it gets dry and you haven't shot in a while, do it. If you're shooting it constantly and stamped, don't worry about it. Every few hundred shots, get a generic bottle for it. Okay, so if you have any questions, like I said, I'm very excited about my newest video. I'm going to do a couple of redos, and this is more of an update video, but I'm going to do a very exciting video on how to totally repair your Daisy 8A with no mail order. Okay, well, thanks, and I will be putting out another video soon.